Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Sagittarius Sun and a Libra Ascendant in the natal chart. Now, both these signs are masculine, they are extroverted, they are compatible by sign. And when I look at this, this energy obviously can make for somebody that's very sociable, very gregarious. Sagittarius can be very outgoing, very extroverted, and very jocular, very easygoing. And you have Libra Ascendant that can be very amicable, very amiable, is very very relationship oriented, partnership oriented. So you could have a positive blending with these signs. They're both masculine, and they are compatible by sign. They are sextile by sign. So I think what Libra Ascendant does, though, it can modify maybe perhaps an over-exuberance and over-optimism that is connected with the Sagittarius Sun. And this person will likely can have Libra Ascendant can give a very refined taste. This person can be somebody that really injects a lot of that jovial, jocular Sagittarius energy, perhaps into their relationships and also be very exuberant in relationship partnership situations, as Libra rising can be very partnership and relationship oriented. Now, it's important to look at the Sun in our natal charts represents our basic ones, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method in which one attains these basic ones. So for Sagittarius Sun, well, the basic ones can be connected with exploration and can be higher education, the education you receive after high school, philosophy, law, religion, truth, being that perpetual learner, and expanding horizons, and it can be connected with sports and athletics as well. And now with Libra Ascendant, perhaps one or more of these things may be attained perhaps through relationship, partnership situations, perhaps through maybe their charm and their diplomacy, in their tact. Finding out the truth in matters can be done maybe this way, by being very amicable, being very friendly, or through partnerships like situations. Libra Ascendant will likely make the Sagittarius Sun more tactful and diplomatic than otherwise indicated, and be a little bit more equitable as far as their philosophies go and their opinions and ideas. It'll tone down really maybe the Sagittarius, maybe the strong need for freedom, because Libra rising can give a need to want to collaborate with others and have that relationship and partnership like situation. Perhaps this person may attain maybe their higher education endeavors perhaps through a Libra-like career, such as art, which could be like sculpting, drawing, painting, and also even modeling or something connected. Maybe acting. Acting is another thing. Maybe this person injects their Sagittarius Sun energy into like a Libra rising kind of trait, like such as being like a sports arbitrator. You would incorporate the Sagittarius Sun perhaps affinity for sports and athletics and put it in something where they could be involved in some kind of negotiation and in something that's being equitable and fair, or maybe being that judge that does something where they adjudicate matters pertaining to sports athletes. So, or it could even be something where this person brings the Sagittarius expansiveness and exuberance into some kind of Libra like feel, and could be like such as a judge, a paralegal, or attorney, and also this person might maybe expand their horizons through a Libra like thing, such as like doing something with art, like a graphics art designer, for example. Now, it's important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the Sun in Sagittarius and the Libra Ascendant, as this could indicate how these energies may blend or maybe not blend quite as well. Now, let's say there's a sextile aspect. Let's say, for example, the Sagittarius Sun is 14 degrees and the Libra Ascendant is at 11 degrees. That would form a sextile aspect, which would be auspicious, and you would have a positive blending and integration of these energies. Because of that, they're already sextile by sign, but this would accentuate the positive blending even more so. Now, you could also have a semi-sextile aspect take place, which is a minor aspect. Let's say the Sagittarius Sun is 0 degrees and the Libra Ascendant is at 29 degrees. That would form a semi-sextile aspect, and I call that slightly positive and auspicious because it's positive, but it's not as emphasized as opposed to the major aspect, which is the sextile. Now, you can also have an out-of-sign square aspect take place. Let's say that the Sagittarius Sun is 28 degrees and you have a Libra Ascendant at 2 degrees. That could be adverse or adversarial. Even though you have the signs compatible by sign, you could have a little tension and exasperation take place because of these, because of the fact you have a square aspect. And even if the person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, this person might feel somewhat misconstrued or misunderstood by others because they may feel what they're projecting outwardly may be strongly different than what is going on inside. Now, you could also have a semi-square aspect take place. Let's say that the Sagittarius Sun is at 3 degrees and you have a Libra Ascendant at 18 degrees. Well, that would be similar to the square aspect, except it's minor and it's not as emphasized or accentuated as much because it is a minor aspect, so it's not as intense as the square aspect. Now, it's important to look at the house placement of the Sun in Sagittarius, because even though the Libra Ascendant may suppress or camouflage the Sagittarius Sun energy to some degree, the Sagittarius Sun energy may still come out prominently, at least somewhat, in that house that it is in. Now, if the Sagittarius Sun, say, is in the 3rd house, well, this could indicate that exuberance and that ebullience, that expansive nature of Sagittarius may come out in their communications and with brothers and sisters, or with siblings if applicable, and maybe even in their short journeys in their general neighborhood. Now, if the Sagittarius Sun is posited in the 2nd house, well, you might see the Sagittarius generally doesn't do things on a small scale, so this could be somebody that has a plethora of possessions and may sometimes be inclined to overspend because of this. There might be some extravagance, and it could indicate that exuberance and that enthusiasm may go into matters of a monetary nature. Now, if the Sun in Sagittarius is posited in the 1st house, well, this might come out a little bit more on that first impression, that exuberance and jocular nature of Sagittarius, because it is in that 1st house of the outer personality, and this person may exhibit these Sagittarius Sun traits a little bit more outwardly, as opposed to having it in the 2nd or 3rd house and having with the Libra Ascendant. And this exuberance of Sagittarius might come out somehow in their outlook on life, and perhaps in matters with the physical, the body, and maybe this person might be inclined to really be more sports-minded than the typical person that would have Sagittarius Sun along with a different ascendant, because it would be in that 1st house. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having a Sagittarius Sun and a Libra Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Sagittarius Sun and a Scorpio Ascendant in a natal chart. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.